What is up, people? Hey, what's going on? Got some people here with me. We got I don't know why it's not showing on my screen. Do you guys see PJ and Josh on the screen? It's not coming up for some reason. Oh, let me get rid of my banner, my background. Maybe that's why. Hold on one second, guys. I don't know why it's not showing who's here, but let's see. Oh, the overlay, maybe? I don't know. Let me remove it. You know me. Oh, here we go. You know good old AZ
Thank
with
you.
her live streams. We know how this goes. Oh boy. Someday I'll master this
It
whole live
makes it
streaming
more
thing.
fun this way.
Yeah, very unpredictable. Very unpredictable.
I like
So
lives like that.
I just want to give a shout out to Lori Smith. I hope that you beat this pneumonia. I really do. I just also, hey, Stacy's here. Hello. Uh Before we get started here, I do want to say happy Memorial Day to anyone out there who has put their blood, sweat, and tears to fight for our country. You are not unnoticed, even though I'm having a big FU party stream. I don't want to overlook the fact it's Memorial Day, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I'm just gonna start off real quick, and then I want to get other people's perspective on this matter because we all know that I need to work on my interrupting skills, right? So I figured if I get out what I need to say like first, then it'll be easier for me to keep my mouth shut when other people talk. So I know that a lot of you come here to these chats to have a good time, right? It's like a break from your mundane lives, going to work every day. You come here, you want to have fun, you want it to be drama free, you want to talk to your friends, you want to have a good time, right? I mean, and lately, from what I've been seeing, it doesn't really seem like a great time anymore. Here's the thing, guys. You know, everybody wants to know why Erin hates Charlotte so much or dislikes Charlotte. It's obvious. It is dead obvious to me that Erin has it out for Charlotte, and it has a lot to do, I think, with the OGs and Tina and Hera, and I think it all stems back to Nat. You know what I'm saying? This whole aligning with BX, aligning with Real Entertainment. I mean, Ray Charles can see it, right, guys? I mean, am I the only one that is not oblivious? I just don't understand it. Like, it's like nobody's fooling anybody anymore, you know? And it all stems back to Nat. You know something? And I'm gonna get this out here right now. That's where this started with Nat. Okay? And I don't care. You can go on Twitter, you can run whatever. I don't care. Go to the armpit of the universe, say what you want about me. That's where this all started. Do you guys agree with that? Stacy. Yeah? Hey JJ, what's up? Now for a while, right? For a while, um Charlotte didn't say what she needed to say. She couldn't say what she needed to say, right? I'm gonna say that I, in Julie at least, know what why Charlotte talked about the little she did speak about Nat, the very little in the grand scheme of things. If you people knew what I know about why she did that, nobody would be saying anything right now, and that's a fact. Okay? And I'm just gonna say it like it is. And I don't really care if anyone has a problem with it. I'm not victim bashing. I know that Nat probably has her own problems, yada yada, okay? That does not take away from the fact that I seen some very shady things that I cannot forget and forgive. Okay? I can't. I can't. And that's where it started.
Yep.
And Real Entertainment and Erin are buddy buddy because of Charlotte, and because they share the same enemy. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Obvious.
Yeah, like they want a mouthpiece. Like, I'm just going to be honest, that's what they want. And it's a big vendetta. But yeah, like what you said about how me and you know why, like, at the end of the day, right, the truth is there's so many weird things. I'm sorry, but if you, and I'm just going to speak in this because I left the community anyway, I'm done with it. The stuff I've seen, the plotting and all that, why is no one just honest? So I'm just going to be honest. I'll not say her name, but if you seen the exact same threats, right, that were apparently given to that person in this, oh sorry, that were apparently given to that person a year prior on their Instagram, and then the name of certain accounts all being either their alters or names of people that are well known for having, DID. Either it's that person or it's someone that really hates that person and that is trying to frame that person because they're using all the same spelling mistakes, all the same grammar. Like, that's just the fact. So no wonder Charlotte said anything. And if
Right,
people
right.
disagree with her, then say you disagree with her and leave it there. You don't need to dox her and continue this vendetta about her, saying that Charlotte's talking about people in chats. People mention so and so, mention, Erin or whoever in chats. It's just keeping up the
Right.
drama constantly. Sorry.
Yep. Yep. And not only that, Julie, I mean, there are things that Charlotte interacted with Nat, the real Nat, that
The real
only
one,
the
yeah.
real Nat knows, that somehow got out and to be the, quote unquote hacker information too. I mean, who
Yeah,
knows? Who knows?
exactly.
It doesn't even
Exactly.
matter anymore. It doesn't even matter anymore. What I'm trying
And
to tell
sorry,
you
can I
people
correct
is,
something? People are saying she got hacked that time and Charlotte knew that. Excuse me. That she was talking about two-factor authentication or whatever, and how she was taught that by Saltsy at that point. So Charlotte didn't know that she was apparently hacked at that time. There was no mention of that. There was no hacking at the account during that period of time that Hart and Charlotte spoke. So any one of these people would have came to the same conclusion if they weren't so blinded by hatred towards
yeah.
Katie Joy. Sorry.
Right, right. And that's what I was going to say next, Julie, because that's what it stems back to. The reason they were overprotective towards Nat is because she was their meal ticket to Katie Joy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to take a step back and be like, look, I like KJ as much as the next person, right? But I'm not gonna pretend what I saw and heard is not real just to appease and maintain in the Katie Joy hater club. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that that's where this gets misconstrued. It doesn't even matter anymore. Now what I'm seeing is, oh, let's all be friends and like let's end this, and then like I'll go in Discord and run my mouth with my friends and pretend like if you're gonna be a nasty owner, be a proud nasty owner. Don't be a sneak nasty owner, cause sneak nasty owners are shady palm trees. And that's the way it is. I don't know who Sincere Cracking Up is, but I don't see your face and I don't know you, so I feel a little weird letting you up on panel. So if you could just show me who you are, then that'd be cool. But yeah. So that's that.
Yeah, like, don't claim you're being bullied, then sit and plot against people. Like, it's really not that hard.
I'm here.
Right,
I'm
right.
here, guys.
What's up,
T Spirit.
Sincere?
Hey, what's going
What's
on? What's
going
going
on?
on? What's going on, panel? Hey, my question is, why is everybody so obsessed with Katie Joy? Like, I did my
I
research, and
agree.
I did my research to actually learn about who she is. Like, it seems like people are obsessed with her. Like, break it down to me, T Spirit. See, I want to know because I'm
They are
Okay.
interested.
really
I
obsessed
want to
with
know.
her,
All
to
right.
be fair.
Quickly, because I don't want to make this a Katie Joy stream, but quickly, I will tell you.
Me either.
Katie
Me either.
Joy,
But I hear the
at one
names. I
time,
hear the name so much. I want to know who it is.
right. No, it's cool. I don't blame you for wanting to know. I mean, you do hear her name a lot. I believe it. So basically, at one time or another, a lot of us were followers of hers, and we saw some things that became really, really suspect, really, really shady. We watched her lie. We watched her manipulate. We watched her do a lot of stuff. So a lot of us like took a step back and we were like, "Yo, this lady is nuts," basically.
I
So
get
we
it.
all kind of branched off, and and her pattern of behavior does not change ever. So that's why.
So why is there an obsession with her?
Obsession, I mean, it's not as much as an obsession as it is calling out her problematic behavior, because that
Well,
lady is dirty. She does dirty
Well,
tricks. She
to
Go
be
ahead.
fair, there is some people that I would call it
yeah,
an obsession.
yeah,
Hmm.
unhealthy
You
obsession.
get what I'm saying, right? It's an obsession.
Yeah, no, it
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
they're
For
on
people
Twitter
that
today, like defending someone who said that
Don't worry
genetics
about Sherry. Say,
genetics doesn't affect your ability to gain weight or lose weight because look at Auschwitz, there were no fat people there. They
Can
were
I say
defending
something?
that today on Twitter just because
Can I
Katie said
can I
something
can I
against
say
it.
something? Can I say something? Is she saying something right because she has a following? Because people's only going to follow if you're saying something right. Is there
Not
like some kind of
always.
truth
No, no,
behind
no,
it?
no, 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 no. I'm sorry to interrupt you. People
Go
hate
ahead.
watch. People hate watch the
Yeah.
Oh
S out
yeah,
of that
I
lady.
agree with that.
Let me tell you, she gets majority of people who watch her to literally laugh at her, and that's just the sad facts of it. If I'm going to be completely honest, that's it.
Yeah,
It
and
was,
like all the
but she's
hate, like,
boring.
sorry,
She's boring.
she
I know she
is,
is.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, see people talking about her so much on Twitter. Fair enough to AZ. She points out like the stuff that she does, but AZ doesn't go like in Twitter every day and comment and stuff like, "Oh, she lied about her waistline. Oh, let's write out a bit sherry on her. Oh, you know that Auschwitz example. Like this, I feel like this attention is still attention, and
Right.
it's probably getting all these hate watchers and views because they break down everything she says. So it's
Yeah,
like,
the people on Twitter really do follow her every single move, like
I agree,
every
it's a
single
bit
move.
obsessive.
They really do.
Yeah, they have
I was
files and shit.
watching.
I feel like they like keep the police song on repeat every morning when they get out of bed until the minute they close their eyes. I'm not kidding you guys.
They
I'm
do.
telling you guys the truth. I heard that lady's name so much that I had to actually do my own research to figure out who she was. Like I heard it so much on social media.
That's how she
Every
Right.
gets
day.
views.
Yep. That is, yep. Majority of her people are straight up hate watchers. I mean, it's just that, and I used to like her. I used to like her until she tried to tell me what I was allowed and what I wasn't allowed to speak about and chat and yada yada. So I mean, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I could sit here all day and tell you stories about how crazy this is. I mean, check out my playlist. I mean, most of the people on this panel have stuff about her, but yeah,
Yeah. I feel like the anti-KJ community is worse than her though at this point, to be
yeah.
honest. That's why I
But
left it.
what we've become here, Sincere, I'm glad you asked that. What I'm addressing tonight is the fact that these people are so hell bent on calling out Katie, but they can't even see that they're doing the exact same things that she is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Amen to that.
this is my point of view. Teach me. This is like my point of view on the panel. Like I never understood like why certain are like going at each other communities along it's going this back. I don't understand. It's confusing.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up a little there. What's confusing?
Can, can,
I don't know. Did you guys hear him?
Breaking up a wee bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know what happened there, but I think we lost him. But
I think
yeah.
he was
So
asking like why is the community going at each other, like he finds it confusing. I
right.
think
And it
that's what
can
he
get
said.
confusing. It absolutely can get confusing to people who are not. Let me tell you something. I have a hard time keeping up with this. And people assume that creators know everything, right? I have a hard time keeping up with it. So I can see why people are confused, you know?
Yeah.
Here he is again. Yeah.
Hi.
can you hear
Honestly, there
me?
are quite. Yeah. Now I can hear you. Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Honestly, Jennifer says there are quite a few of us who have simply lost interest in KJ. And Jennifer, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
I agree. It's so played out, you know.
It's
So I
so
just want.
boring.
It does. It's the same old thing. You know what I mean? Like the like you said, the lady is not interesting. You know, it's just it's like it's only I can't even when I edit videos with her in it, her voice, I just I'm like over it. You know.
See at the end
Conspiracy.
of the day,
I fell asleep on it one night. I fell asleep on it. It was so boring.
Mhm. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Okay. So
at the
Dizzy
end of the
Dreamer.
day, if everyone just shut up about her, like she wouldn't get as much attention because people are obsessed.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I didn't want to have to like talk about real entertainment news because I feel like I kind of have to get into the whole Aaron issue. Well, here's the thing,
Let's talk
guys.
about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I gave him the benefit of the doubt on several Oh, my stream's full, it says. I can't let Pink Flamingo up. I can only have 10 people on. Oh. All right, I'm sorry, Pink. Wait a little bit, okay? I'm sorry, honey. I didn't even know that. I've never had this many people on, to be honest with you. But all right. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought, like, yo, this dude's cut from a different cloth. He's from a different part of of the universe. Like, whatever. Like, let's educate him and let him know what he's doing is hurting people. Do you know what I mean?
I
And
get what
I
you
think
mean.
yeah. And I think a lot of people were a little upset with me for doing that, but I have no regrets in doing that. I don't. I do not.
T-Spursy.
Mhm.
When I watched the
Yep.
video, it seemed like they were attacking him. It was too hostile. Like I couldn't have had a conversation like that. It was like it seemed like he was balled up in the corner. Like it was too much of an attack. Like I didn't like
Well,
how the video went down and
I
dropped.
mean,
It was too much.
Actually, I was trying to actually have a conversation with him. I never yelled at him or raised my
Yeah.
voice once. So I want to point that out. Not everybody was yelling and attacking on that
No.
stream.
I
It's
think
just
it
that.
was just one of the discussions that is really like emotional and heated,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of people up in the panel that were all talking about like all on one side of the argument, while he was sort of, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
Sincere's point.
That's what I'm
right.
saying, T-Spursy. The way how the conversation would have went, it would have been somebody who had to come in with like more like a clear head. You know what I'm saying? Like peaceful. It was too
Right.
hostile.
Are you
I,
talking about the one on Little Red stream? Are you talking
yeah,
about that one? Okay,
that's the
I didn't
one.
watch that. I didn't watch
I
that. I'm gonna
watched
tell
it.
you why.
I
I didn't
watched
watch.
it.
I popped in there and I popped back out because
Am
here's
I
the
bad
thing.
for watching it?
No. I don't care who watches it. You got
Okay.
anybody can watch it, but I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why I didn't watch it. The
Okay.
way I looked at that stream, I was highly disappointed in that stream. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was highly disappointed in Little Red. I'm gonna sit here and say this: when Real Entertainment wanted everybody's attention, nobody really gave it to them, rightfully so. Okay, I'm gonna give
Right.
you that much,
Right.
right? But the second we said, hey, let's educate him and give him another chance, like we did, we all watched that fall apart, right? And then
Right.
now everybody wants to talk about it, right? I mean, come on, am I wrong here? Like what? Like
I
what? Why we
only
didn't?
only
Yeah.
I
thing I'm saying,
agree.
T-Spursy, I just came across the video. Like my friend sent me the video, and I was like, Dad, like, why is he just so many people so mad at him? Give him a chance to just speak his piece, but he's on 10. He's always going off anyway. He
He
won't
is
be
on
able to be
10.
rational.
And
He
most
is
of
on
us have
10.
given him about 10 tries to speak
Right.
his piece. He's
Yeah,
apologized 10 times just to come back and say something even worse than the time before.
Right.
that's what I'm
And
saying,
this whole
T-Spursy.
argument,
With him,
yeah, that
with,
yep.
with T-Spursy, with him, you have to go right back at him with conversation to really like understand where he's trying to come from. Like people are
Yeah.
like all cut from different cloths. So like with
I
me,
agree.
I would have to come in with you say this is what you bring to the table, and this is what we're talking about. Like it's crazy on these YouTube streets. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe that nowadays. I chill in the
Right.
bushes. It's too much going on.
I
That's
agree.
true. So when I woke up one day and I saw that he said something really nasty to somebody I really care about, I was like, look, I can't stand by this dude no more. He should know better by now. There's no excuse for this behavior. And like
Right,
that's not what I wanted to do, but my heart was telling me that's what I had to do because I
right.
love the person that he said that about, and it really hurt me. It did. And it really hurts my heart to know that he really believes in his heart of hearts that this has to do with racism. And I literally took a step back and I was like, look, if this man's saying that to all of us, maybe we should listen, right?
T
Yeah.
I don't
But I
think
Spursy,
he really
like
listened.
believes that.
I
with
still
me,
don't
T
see it.
Spursy, me,
Mm-hmm.
T Spursy, like when you're talking about like racism, that's a big like subject in conversation. You better have
Right.
like proof that it's racism. Like I don't speak
Right.
on that. Like I don't talk on all that division and all that because it gets
Mm-hmm.
too deep. You gotta like
Right.
know what you're speaking on. When you're speaking racism, you better have the facts. T Spursy, because that's a big conversation.
Do you think
Yep,
he
it
really
is.
believes it's racism, or do you think he's just using that because he knows it's
I
going to get everybody pissed off?
T Spursy, to be real, I don't know. Like he would have to like say it out of his own mouth, like allegedly that it was racism. I can't just, I don't do that, T Spursy. I can't just come out there and say this is racism. I have to have facts. You know what I'm saying? You have to
Right.
have
Right.
movement.
Right.
And if you're
Right.
saying,
He feels like he's treated differently because of that. And you know what? Maybe in his life, actually, I know in his life, he's probably
you
had
know,
some
you know,
circumstances where he
you know,
has been treated differently. But
my
we're
thing is T Spursy is like I don't understand why they come in to this community to like cause havoc. Like if you want to come in here, come with some positivity. I don't understand it, T Spursy.
right.
Like
Well,
what their purpose is in this community. Because
some
I'm not
people
coming in this
love to
community
fan the
because
flames.
I
Drama
can't
sells,
do.
dude. Drama sells.
Yeah, I couldn't do it because it's like You know, when
It's
you're talking
exhausting.
racism and stuff, you're talking racism, you can go down for a lot of trouble for that. It's a lot of
Yep.
crimes going on, and a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. So I don't fool around with the whole racist card. Like, I can't throw that out there because, you know, the
Right.
backlash, and you never know what can happen to you with that.
Right.
I'm keeping it real with you.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of, I actually was one of the people put
Uh-huh.
on a post on his channel and said, these 5 women are trying to gain clout off the backs of black men. And I have never addressed him directly in my
And that's what
life and had never even spoken about him when he put that post up.
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm saying to you. And to Steve Spursy, you know, you guys are definitely, yes, you guys are a different race, but all y'all did was show me love. So that's why I rock with y'all. Like, you know, Steve Spursy, like, you know, they might look at it like it racism, but when I come in, I want to come in with like positive energy. It's different for
Thank
me.
you. Good.
It
I'm
is.
glad. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad that you said that because my intention, anyways, is to never categorize people and be like, oh, you know, you're a what is it? What he used to say? BX used to say like I'm a irrational black man or whatever
Yeah,
it is. Like that's just
yeah,
nonsense to me. Like in my heart, I don't feel that. So when people say that, it really messes with my head because
yeah.
I personally would never want to make anybody feel like that. Do you know what I mean?
Same.
Yeah,
and
you know what they're
that
doing, Steve Spursy? They're making like a divide and like it's a divide in the races, what they're doing.
and
The
see
divide.
that was the thing about them saying that you shouldn't respond. Like, just don't respond to him. Just don't respond to him. Putting our faces out there with the caption that we are racist and trying to get him arrested is like life. Like, you could literally get someone fired from their job for making baseless claims
Oh
like
yeah.
that. And we all
I'm too
know that
scared, Steve
people in
Spursy.
this community love to go
I
real
don't want
life.
to get in trouble. It's
He keeps losing service. I don't know. I know that Pink Flamingo wanted to come up. You can come up. Hey, Selfie Queen.
Can you
I'm
hear
sorry,
me?
Cynthia. Cynthia, I don't know what's going on with your service,
Hi,
buddy, but
everybody.
hey, what's up?
Hi.
All right. So, does anybody want to say anything? We can all kind of take turns. I
Can
know
you
there's a
hear
couple
me?
people who haven't spoke yet.
I can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low, but I can hear
Yes.
you.
All right, I'm in my car. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yep, I can.
Oh no, I
Now
was
we
just
can
saying
hear you.
I didn't even know if he actually believed anybody was actually racist. I think he just is coming in to start problems, and he's just saying whatever because he is the second he came into this community, he was aggressive and just finding anything to fight about. And he goes into anybody's chats. Like one day I saw him in Sherelle's World chat, and he just wants the attention of anybody who's live streaming. I don't care. I said this the other day that I don't think he cares what community he's in. It could be like an ice cream making community. If he's going to go in there and stir up some crap and get his name talked about, he's going to get attention for himself.
Right, right. And
I
that's the
don't think
thing.
he
And
cares what it
I
is. He wants
Right. I
attention
hear
for
Aaron
himself.
say a lot. Well, just block him. Well, when he shows up in Josh's stream, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sometimes he's inescapable. And that's the thing. Like, people aren't seeking him out half the time. He's seeking people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand where that comes in. And, I tried to give him a chance. I'm sorry to anybody that got triggered on my panel when he did show up and we didn't intend on talking about that stuff. But, like, I have seen the light. Let me tell you, man. I have seen the light. And for anybody to be like, hey, you're not an SA victim because you're ugly and you're lying and what, like, nah, this person, Jackie, that I care about would not do that. She's not ugly. Like that's where I draw the line. You know what I mean? I can't do it, you know?
Yeah, the very first second I ever heard him speak, I just knew it was bad news.
Right.
I just wanted to answer. I saw Dizzy Dreamer asked what the problem with Charlotte is, and I don't think any of us can actually answer that. The only people who can actually answer that are the people that have a problem with Charlotte. I see,
Right.
and I think it's a hard thing because sometimes you don't want to be the one to say, "Well, I have an issue with her. I just don't like her." And
Right.
I think the problem is you don't have to like everyone. We do not have to like everyone. We can have someone that we don't like and you don't watch them. I
Right.
personally have been in all the chats. I was a member to many different channels. and I watched and I saw what happened. And I personally, I can only speak for me, I've never seen the things that people say that Charlotte has done or did. I personally have never seen it. I see a woman that's sincere, that maybe has made some mistakes. People didn't agree with the stream that she did where she had questions and they said, what answers was she expecting to get? And sometimes, when you're a creator, I'm not a creator, but I know that I come to this community to vent. I come to this community to share my feelings. And I think more than anything, that may have been what Charlotte intended to do. She was frustrated. She was personally being attacked. She had these hacking attempts and all these vile things being said to her. So I think she may, even if she was asking rhetorically, she may have just come to vent. And I understand that people's feelings were hurt, and I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, don't tell me what to do with my channel," while they're telling someone else what to do with their channel. Everyone has the right to do with their channel as they please, but then please don't try to tell someone else what to do with their
Right.
channel, what to say on their channel,
Right.
and what they should and shouldn't answer when you're asked questions and you feel, I'm not going to answer that, I answer what I want, and that is 100% valid. But then keep that same energy with the other people. They have the right to address what they want to address and not address certain things. And I think
Amen.
that's the issue.
Yep, yep.
Sorry,
It
please.
is. It is. And you know what else? I hear this a lot. Well, we have to hold people to the same standards, right? And no, we don't. And I'm going to tell you why. We all hold people to different standards because we've all had different experiences in our lives, okay? So, for example, someone like Jackie, who has been through a horrible experience as an SA victim, is going to hold Real Entertainment News to a different standard that I am going to hold him to because of her experience. So this whole like, oh, hold everyone to the same, standard I hear is just like nonsense to me because it's impossible to do that. As much as we should do that, it's impossible to do that. In my opinion, anyways.
Right. I agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much that Charlotte might read out like comments that are from subscribers that maybe kind of snide or whatever, but she just reads them out, whatever. And like you said, if a creator is bothering you, but you're seeking out their content and you're reading their transcripts, it's like, but you're telling other people to not not talk to Ren if they trigger him. I mean, like, what planet is this, guys? Come on, what is
Oh,
it
can
really?
I just speak about that? So
Yeah.
I on when words have power, I saw in her comment section that Ren was being defended, and basically words have power was told, well, if you know that he's abusive, why would you go and comment, or why would you antagonize him? That bothered me because that's to say, if I'm in an a verbally abusive relationship, and my partner says things that are abusive, I'm supposed to be submissive and stay quiet and continue to take that. And that's just an analogy. I know they're not in a relationship, but I mean, when someone's verbally abusive, because they're verbally abusive, you have to submit and stay quiet. Hell no. Hell no. And if more women stood together and united, if they put their effort to unite instead of being petty, women would be so powerful. But we're petty, and I can admit that I'm petty. And Charlotte may have read out some comments, and there may have been some times where she had reached her peak of frustration. But other people do it. They make their little jabs. They take their little jabs at people. They make their little remarks, and
Yep.
that's okay. But when Charlotte does it, we have to look under a microscope. And again, we're talking about Charlotte, so of course it's going to be said tomorrow. Why is everybody defending Charlotte? Why isn't Charlotte speaking for herself?
There's a
I'm
reason.
not speaking for Charlotte. I'm
Right.
speaking of my experience with Charlotte and what I've seen. And I can only speak of my experience. Someone else may have had a negative experience with Charlotte. It doesn't negate their experience, but I think people are trying to convince others of their point. Let's agree to disagree. You don't like her. I love her. Move on. That's it.
Right.
Well,
Get
we're
over
just a
it.
bunch of crazy Charlotte stands over here, according to some people.
No,
Yeah, and
we
we're
stick
not
up for Charlotte because
stands.
I believe it's what's right. That's why I stick up for Charlotte.
Oh,
I
I
talk to
know.
Real
Yes.
Entertainment News when nobody else really. When Charlotte hated his guts, she still hates his guts. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't pick and choose people based off of what the people around me are doing. I talk to Real Entertainment when no one else would because that's what I felt like I wanted to do. So if I stick up for Charlotte, it's because I feel like it's what I want to do. I hope anybody in this chat or any subscriber of either channel doesn't feel the need to do that for any other reason besides they feel like it's the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? I see people get so
Yes.
salty over that. So salty, Selfie Queen Cindy. They get so salty. Oh, they're worried about her super chat. All these people stick up for her, yada yada. It's all because of jealousy. Jealousy is, it's the root of
And
all of this at this point.
I have seen Charlotte tell us, please, because I get the backlash. I have seen her, you know, denounce hate. I've seen her because I saw in chat yesterday people were saying, oh, well, why doesn't Charlotte denounce it? She has. She's spoken to us privately, and she says, guys, keep it to a minimum because she gets the hate. And I'm speaking up because I was in a panel the other night, and I know some people were upset and offended, and that was never my intention. I never mean to be disrespectful to anyone, but I have to speak my truth. And my truth is only the truth as I know it. My point of view, I can only see from my point of view. Someone looking at me has a totally different point of view. So it's okay to have different point of views on the same situation. It is totally fine. But can we respect each other? Just leave each other alone. If we cannot agree, if we cannot get along, then let the viewers, the subs decide who they want to watch and who they don't. But they shouldn't be subjected to come into streams and hear these nasty things about people that they may like but are afraid to even interact because they're afraid that they're going to be deemed the enemy. That's
Yep.
not cool. That's not what this is about. This was about camaraderie, coming together, uniting. And it's been torn apart, and everybody wants to point the fingers at someone else and say, but they're doing more, but look at them, but look at them. We're all guilty.
Yep.
I keep saying this. AZ has coined this phrase, own your nasty, and I'm going to keep saying that because I'm going to own mine. Every time I'm going to own mine. Own
Good
yours,
for
and
you.
let's move
Yep.
on.
Let's just own it. I mean, let's call it what it is. Like, you dislike Charlotte. You've disliked Charlotte since the Nat thing. Like, you're finding things to get upset with Charlotte about. Like, anybody, Ray Charles could see it for the 9th time. I mean, I don't understand why we have to keep circling around the same conversation, and I don't understand why people think that Charlotte needs to talk to them about it or whatever. Like, same thing with AT2 and Real Entertainment. Like, yeah, I knew that they didn't have to squash it out, but at the same time, back to the whole nasty owner thing, I have a problem with AT2 not because of Real Entertainment, but because he is a sneak nasty. There is a difference. At least Real Entertainment owns his nasty, and AT2 is a sneak nasty. I am sorry. I know people out here who subscribe to him who love both of us, and that's cool. I'm just saying, like, I can't get down with the sneak nasty people, and there are lots of them around here. Lots.
Right. And I see Gidget just said, don't we see that this is causing more people to leave Charlotte's chat or her channel? And that is never our intention. Our intention is not to hurt Charlotte, not to speak for Charlotte. But why is it not okay for us to speak of our experience or to respond when things are being said about us? But it's okay for others to defend themselves. Let's stop the double standard. Stop the double standard. Everyone's allowed to speak up for themselves. If I feel something is wrong, am I not allowed to speak up about that? The same way someone else is? Yes. We're not trying to hurt Charlotte's channel. We're giving our perspective as we've seen from multiple sides. I've been a member to multiple channels. That's all I'm giving. I'm not trying to bash anyone and, have my pom-poms with Charlotte's name written on it. No, I'm telling my truth. Accept it or don't. Hate me. I'm sorry. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're not trying to berate somebody to believe something that, oh, Charlotte is a martyr. Charlotte is a saint. No. Have your feelings and allow us to have ours.
Right. I don't know. Cynthia, you're here a couple times. I just got rid of your other one. You're absolutely right, Sylvie Queen Cindy. You have a very valid point. You do. I agree with almost everything you said. I see a lot of people bringing Dottie up. I mean, I don't know much about Dottie. I don't, like I said, I don't seek out people's channels that I don't, like, watch or whatever. Like, I don't know much about her, but from what I have seen, she's another one. Like, oh, let's end the drama. And then Julie tries to do that with her, and then she attacks Julie's grammar. And, like, then we devolve into, like, fifth graders. And it's just, like, stupid at this point. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And then the whole thing about Charlotte's super chats, right? I was in that stream with the LRC thing, okay? Never once did Charlotte say, oh, guys, I'm here to collect money for the LRC fund. Like, no, that never happened. Never did she insinuate that that's what was happening. At the end, she said, yeah, maybe we can all send something, whatever. But now people want accountability. Now people are like, oh, she owes it to her subscribers to tell her where that money's going. No, she does not. No, she does not. Never did she say that.
True.
I don't know where this comes from. It comes from jealousy. It's so obvious to me. It is.
Right. And if they did discuss something behind the scenes, who is to say that she owes an explanation to anyone but the family and the people that are involved? No one knows behind the scenes, and people are like, well, how are we supposed to know if no one says anything? Certain things are not everybody's business. The same way yesterday in stream, people were saying, oh, Erin is not responsible for Ren. That is 100% fact. And she doesn't owe people, oh, you don't owe anybody an explanation. Everybody that's on YouTube does not have to expose their entire life. I saw somebody that I thought it was really wicked in chat that said, oh, well, why doesn't Charlotte explain why she didn't pay child support? None of us know the situation. I have been arrested. I've been wrongly arrested for things. All you have to do is someone make a complaint against you or take you to court and say, you didn't do such and such. And that becomes a suit. So none of us are privy to those details.
Amen.
The same way with Erin. None of us are privy to those details. So we shouldn't be speaking about that. And so what if she went to jail? Who are we to condemn somebody for having made mistakes?
I was a drug addict. I was a drug addict before. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have
a past. So was I.
We all have a past that, like, we're not proud of. You know what I mean? Like, nobody should be digging that up and holding it in their pocket for the moment they can use it against them. I don't want people around me who are sitting on things that can harm me, just waiting for me to slip up. Like, that's some snake behavior. That's snake behavior. Where they do that?
And that's why I Eminem'd myself. I 8-miled myself a long time ago. Yes, I'm a convict. Yes, I'm a recovering addict. Yes. Come at me. I'm all of that. But I'm not that today. Anything you find was 20 years ago. So go ahead. Rock with all of that. Rock with all of that.
And can I say,
I'm good.
With how that chat was treating JJ last night, I don't know why anybody would say, why won't Charlotte come on here and defend herself? Because I sure as heck wouldn't have gone on there to talk to those people. And I gotta say, like,
hell no.
Kudos to you, JJ, because they treated you like crap last night. And anyone that says otherwise was not watching the same stream I was. That was ridiculous how nobody put a stop to that.
And I don't understand why we're bringing up personal stuff anyway. Like, why does it matter about child support and whether or not someone's been arrested and what people? My personal life is my personal life. My YouTube channel is different, and please don't go digging up stuff about me. Like, I don't need that in my life. Like, we all have jobs that we need to keep, so let's give each other the respect of, this is YouTube, this is a different place, and we don't need to know about people's personal lives. I don't need to know what AZ has done in the past to know that I like watching her videos and I like being a part of her live streams and part of her Discord. There's nothing I need to know about her. And the same for everyone. Good. No, sorry.
No, I just wanted to say, I loved everybody. I respect everybody. I don't mean to come at anybody. I'm not trying to come for anybody or be disrespectful to anyone, but I just wanted to sincerely stop. I wanted to stop. I'm one of those people that genuinely wanted to stop. I don't like to start crap. I don't like to see people coming at each other. I'm not conniving. I'm not that person, and it hurts me to see all these people being hurt, being triggered. You know, I saw the stuff that was done since Dottie's here. I wasn't going to speak on her till she was here. I saw the stuff that was done to her, the parody account. I don't think that is fun or funny or creative at all. Things like that are disgusting. So
Agreed.
it's not that I'm here saying that, you know, things that are done to Charlotte are not okay, and things that are done to anyone else is okay. No, across the board, we're all guilty. We've all been petty. We've all done things. But when can we all say enough is enough? All right, we're all guilty. We're all guilty. All of
Can I
us.
say something?
100%.
I
When
have
does it
something
stop,
to
right?
add to that, if it's okay. I hadn't really said much, but something that you just said reminded me of the difference between, in my opinion, from what I'm witnessing, the difference between when something happens, like the instance with Dottie and the sock account that went on to Twitter. It was instantly said that Charlotte or one of her people did it. And I've never seen any of those people do that type of thing, so I don't understand where that assumption even came from. And yet, I don't see Charlotte or her side of the team, whoever they may be, I don't see them saying, you know, hey, this happened, Dottie did it, you know? That's the difference between the two sides from what I'm witnessing. And I'm the person that, you know, recently showed screenshots, and I'm getting a heck of a lot of backlash, and I'm going to own my nasty, because I sat back and looked at both of the discords that I was in, and I witnessed the two different sides, and I saw one bad behavior on one side, and I saw absolutely nothing on the other as an unbiased person. So,
yeah, like you didn't know me, PJ, and you came in and like, yeah, okay, I'll admit, since Dottie wants to go into Eden's comment section and say, I heard you talk crap about me in Discord. Alright, Dottie, I have. I don't like it. I made that clear. I said, let's drop the drama. I'm done. But I didn't plot against you, and I also didn't try to make you out to be a bully along with your wee, like, pals. Like, there's a big difference there.
Oh, my bad. I had myself muted. I'm over here talking. I'm like, does nobody hear me? What's up, buddy? What's up? Yep.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like one big division. That's all it is. Everybody's so divided. Nobody can come together.
Yeah. Yep, and that is what it is, and it's just sad because everybody. See, here's the thing: everybody has the right to respond when they feel wronged, right? I agree with that, but I don't have to agree with how you respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, you know. And I seen somebody say, I want to address this before I forget. Charlotte has her own channel. Why can't she don't want to. She don't care. Some people aren't about this life. They don't want to comment on drama. They don't want to involve themselves. I've sat back and I personally have watched it unfold and kept very quiet. And I'm just like at the point now where I'm like, all right, let's just call this what it is. You guys don't like Charlotte. You guys are Operation Take Charlotte Down. You're saying one thing, you're doing another. You're hitting Real Entertainment up like, oh yeah, let's plot to take her down. Like, I mean, and then you're going on and being like, oh, let's hold hands and be friends. And no. If you don't want to be friends, you don't like each other, then don't. Just don't. But don't sit here and pretend like your side, for lack of a better term, is more noble than this one, because it's not the case at all. I'm sorry. It's just not.
T-Spursy. I would never try to take the lady down. I'm just saying, like, just leave her alone. If you don't rock with her, just leave her alone.
Right. There are people that are operating to take her down, though, in the DMs. They're like, oh, Operation, let's take Charlotte. That is happening. That is happening. It is.
That's not fair.
It's crazy.
It's not fair.
It's not
It's
fair.
not fair to take nobody down. I don't never feel like you should take somebody down. Just leave them alone.
Exactly.
Man.
It's like, right, I do agree when people say, like, unless obviously there's allegations made about you, right? If you don't like what Eden says, if you don't like Red, and then the chat said, don't go to his channel, right? And I agree with that. But at the same time, don't go and look in Charlotte's chats to see if Edna from Massachusetts has said that she doesn't agree with Eden liking Ren randomly in a chat. You can't blame Charlotte for what's said in our chats. And okay, when Erin says, okay, don't read it out, okay, I can get that, don't read it out, because that could cause a division and could make Erin's subs that enjoy, you know, Charlotte feel uncomfortable. But when Charlotte doesn't read it out and that's said, then you still can't blame her. And also, it's like, let's send this Dottie, you know, Erin said, let's send this drama, let's, you know, that panel, that was just that was, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't even go on. And so when Dottie acted noble and said, let's, you know, if you've got a problem with me, reach out to me, I did. And I don't like Dottie, but I don't try to take her down either. I can't stand her, but I DM'd her and I said,
Okay,
Dottie,
crap.
I don't like you. I don't, because I just don't. I don't like you. I've seen what you've said. I've seen how you roll. I do not like you. End of story. So let's just leave this drama. You continue with your life. You're like double the age of me. Please leave me alone. Stop plotting against me.
You're a
Like,
bulldog, Julie. You're a bulldogger.
woof woof. And it's like, leave me
Uh-oh, we
alone
in
and I
trouble
won't
tomorrow,
be here.
y'all.
Oh boy.
See,
Yeah,
I'd
All
I'm
right,
rather
so
sorry.
have
I needed
somebody
that off
like
my
Julie tell
chest.
me straight up like that so I can know, like, okay, she doesn't like me. I'm going to go back to my corner and do me, and that'll
Yeah,
be it. But this is not how that works here. For some reason, it's like with her
yeah,
saying that, it's going to make her a bigger target for some reason.
yeah.
Yes.
Like
I
that's the thing.
agree. I agree.
I'll say this, and then, like, you know, Dottie's like, I don't have a problem with Charlotte, or she might say, I don't have a problem with Julie. When she went and made a video, it's like, Dottie, just own it. You don't like me, I don't like you. Let's just pretend we don't exist. Okay, I'm not going to sit and spend my life looking through your comments because I don't watch you, and you can do the same for me. And if I say something you don't like, okay, but we don't like each other. That's normal. Human beings don't like each other. So if you don't like Charlotte, don't watch her. Go away. It's really that simple.
Yep.
Sorry, I needed that
Yep.
off my chest.
right, thank you, Julie. I'm glad that you said
Yeah.
that. It needs to be said.
That's
I
true
saw
what
you
she
try to
said.
squash things. I saw the reaction you got when you tried to squash things, and it makes sense to me. Now, people in the comments here are asking that the people who haven't spoke have a chance to spoke. So I'm gonna drop a couple of you down, not because I don't love you, but because other people are trying to come up. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Leah,
I
thank you.
appreciate it.
Got it.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to kick anybody out. I'm not trying to do that, but like I just have to give other people a chance to speak. I hope everyone understands. So I'm gonna let me see here. What do we got going on?
Don't
Oh
drop
wait.
me, AZ.
No. Hold on. Oh wait, did I know that Julie and Sincere kind of spoke a little. I'm gonna drop you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Sincere, thank you for coming up. I appreciate your different perspective, and you've said a lot of
Yes,
obvious
thank you,
things. Like
sincere.
it's really obvious. Like,
You're
yo,
welcome.
this is division. It's division, and that's what it is. So I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah.
Come back again. All right.
Yeah.
And I
All
just
right.
wanted to say, when I said I agree, what I meant is that I'm used to real life where people tell you how they feel about you, or they just don't interact with you. Like people who don't like me, people I don't like, we don't interact with each other. And it's different on these YouTube streets, on these Twitter streets, because you run into them. You run into them in the circles. About you, or they just don't
Oh,
interact.
Yvette, you're
I'm
echoing.
hearing. I know. I hear that. What the hell?
That's Yvette. Yvette, you gotta shut your microphone off, honey, please. Okay.
AZ, can I say one last thing and I'll
She said
drop
shut
down?
my mic off. Hold on.
Oh, Yvette, you're
I'm
echoing.
hearing.
All right. I'm gonna mute her for 1 second.
Yeah, I think she's got YouTube playing still, so
Yeah,
she's
that
got
that
that delay.
happens. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to like silence her. I'm just giving her a second to get it together here.
No, yeah, definitely.
Can somebody type to Yvette in the comments here and be like, "Yo, shut your mic off." Cause yeah. All right. Who
AZ, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just want to say one last thing, and then you can drop me if you want.
Okay.
One thing I was thinking is like this whole thing with a lot of people is this whole community I feel started with certain people, especially years and years ago, trying to speak out about problematic behavior that KJ was doing and pointing out things that she was doing, doxing and being vile to other people. And then these are things that they're, either kind of doing and supporting. And then there was a thing like with on Twitter that happened, but then not seeing it or admitting it or acknowledging it, and then just that's the hypocrisy of it is what's really upsetting me lately. And when I saw the stream last night, that I'm trying not to say names, but obviously everybody knows what we're talking about. But I just don't understand like how this whole community started in the first place, and now it's like things that people were fighting against are things that they're doing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking to AZ. No, I wasn't just speaking. Someone else was.
But I mean, does that make sense? It's like, it sounds to me like people are doing what
it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. And I think what happens when you build a community on toxicity and on this kind of behavior, it kind of, it's sort of magnetic. It sticks to you, and you become desensitized to all of the toxic behavior, and you see people saying these outlandish things, and you become desensitized to it. So it becomes okay for people to say these hurtful things to each other, things that if we were face to face, you would never say.
Well, yeah, you would never say because we're behind the computer, and
right. And I think that you should keep that standard. Think to yourself, if this is something I wouldn't dare say to this person in person, should I say it behind my keyboard? And I try to think before I type things, before I say things. And sometimes out of frustration or anger, I may say something that I didn't mean to say. And that's understandable. But to continue the behavior and to continue to think that this is normal, to even towards Katie Joy, the things that people are saying to her have only made people gravitate towards her, have only made people subscribe to her because they feel like, oh my God, she is being bullied. Oh my God, look at these things people say to her and do to her every day. And it overshadows all the things that we were trying to accomplish by showing the harm she was doing. It gets overshadowed by all these things that people are saying to her, needless things that some things you don't need to say. We feel it. We were angry with her, but some things don't need to be said because all it's doing is pushing people to her and making her seem like the victim. And so that's a problem in itself. And it continues because that is where a lot of people began. I was never a subscriber to Katie Joy. Thank God. I found her through people calling out her behavior. And then I started saying, who is this lady?
I was a subscriber. When I first started watching her, I was a member for a month.
Right.
And, but no, what I'm saying is like the people who started these original channels about like anti-KJ and like the people who started Facebook pages about her are doing things to other people that they were trying to stop Katie from doing to other people.
Yeah, you're right. I totally get that.
And that's why it's like, I don't know. It's very frustrating. And then I think people are jealous of Charlotte because she's nice and people like her, but it is what it is. Whatever.
Yeah, well, it is frustrating. And again, I just want to say, I know some people's feelings are hurt. Some people feel like we're doing more harm to Charlotte. Hello? Are we there?
Yeah.
I don't know who else is up there.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, because it went black on me. So I was like, what the hell? But I know some people may feel
guys.
like we're
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to get everybody's names up there. I didn't mean to make the screen black. My bad. Hey, Yvette, what's up?
No, it's okay.
What's up, babies?
What's going on?
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
This is the Yvette show, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
I like her.
How's
She's
everyone?
Cool. You know when I love Yvette? Let me just tell you real quick. One time in a stream, I heard you say, "Yo, my bra's off. I ain't coming up there." I was like, I like this lady. It made me laugh. Oh,
what is funny. What is that cryptic comment on the bottom of your screen there that someone is people are watching us?
What?
The comment on the bottom of your screen right there.
Oh, a lot of people have been quiet watching. I think they were talking maybe to Dottie or something. I don't know. Yeah, I need to change that. Sorry. Hey, I rocked the Mind Garden. What up? Yeah. So, Yvette, what do you think of everything that's been going on?
Well, first I want to say I respect each and everyone's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter the color, race, creed, sex. I don't care what it
AZ,
is.
can you hear me?
Yes,
At
I
the
can
end of the
hear you. Rock the
day,
Mind Garden. I can.
Hey,
at the end of
lovely.
the day, it's about integrity. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yes.
I remember AZ now, before you and I both, I think we have the same soul because we have been going around trying to get people to converse and have a conversation, be an adult,
Yep.
behind the scenes because everything isn't for YouTube. And certainly
Right.
one
Right.
thing that I do not do is try and embarrass people. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. So I'll go
Right.
behind the scenes and I'll have a conversation like, yo, what are you doing? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, some people don't like that. Okay. Now,
Right.
however,
Right.
everybody that's a YouTube content creator, they have a duty. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna tell you what I've been seeing going on. All right. When one content creator falls out with the other, folks, the subscribers are now being guilty by association. I think that's the most immature high school stuff, and it deflects away from the content of the person that you've come to love and follow and support. You start losing subscribers because you're affiliated. Let me tell
Right.
the people this. I am a mother of a 30-year-old, and I am a grandma, Gigi ma, okay, wait a minute now, to an 8-year-old. I cannot make a decision for a grown adult. Now, can I say you're wrong? Absolutely. Do I have to partake in it? They know the difference. Anybody I associate myself with, they know Yvette doing the positive stuff over there. So, she's not going to agree with it. I don't. However, I cannot control what goes on and come out of grown men's mouth. AZ, you did a good job with trying to reconnect real. I did the same thing for months. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it did not work. And we got to
Right.
a point where I'm like, yo, I no
Mm-hmm.
disrespect to you. The career that I have, okay? Let me be honest. All right. I will get my top secret pulled if I sit over there. Yeah, yeah, call this such and such a name and this. I can't agree with that. Do I
Right. Right.
watch? Absolutely. But when I can no longer pay this here good mortgage or this stream, y'all, then nobody is going to be there to help me out. So what I
Mm-hmm.
had to do is simply back away. They could not real. I have much respect for him. I've seen him cause havoc. I've always said, real, that's wrong. Real, you got to do this. Real, you got to do that. But ultimately, it's his channel and his decision. So I decided to not support the foolishness. Now with AT2, I have to have a conversation with him because today I've been dragged into something that I had no idea about. On my
Mm.
channel and the different channels that I support, I go on Charlotte's channel. I watch
Mm-hmm.
Julie. I absolutely love her voice. I love my Sunshinery folks. I love you. And I refuse to continue to be a part of the clicks and view type stuff. I'm not going to do it. And you have
Right.
to respect my opinion because either you're going to understand where I stand because I have a brand that I'm building as well. You know what I'm saying? When you come over
Right.
here, yeah, we have our Red Cup crew. For God's sakes, I work 12 hours out a day. I got to be able to have something in my
Yep.
line of work. So I named it Red Cup Crew, but I got dragged. But I reached out to that content creator. They have yet to hit me back. So I'm gonna go live and put the message out there very respectively. But do
Mm-hmm.
not keep associating me with other behaviors. It's not
Right.
fair. And yes, we as women have a big responsibility to stick together. We absolutely do. However,
Mm-hmm.
people are grown. I mean, what I'm gonna do? Slap somebody upside the head? I just can't do it in my line of work.
Right.
I
The most I
wish.
can do is you'll see me missing, you know what I'm saying, in the bushes and things like that. Because I'm very clear on what's going on and it's so unfair. I mean, most of these content creators on YouTube are absolutely amazing. And it's some subscribers that come to your channel for support. They might be having a bad day and they're like, yo, AZ just this lifted my spirits, sunshiner in them. I didn't hold the BK thing with you girls. I respect y'all. I didn't appreciate none of it. So y'all know I had took my bra off, like AZ said, and I did a nice little rebuttal. But that's the way you do things and you let it go. Unfortunately, I already realized that I'm going to lose a lot. But at the end of the day, if I have one subscriber, I'm fine because that means somebody gets it. They get the message.
Amen. Amen.
Hey,
Yep,
hey,
that's
AZ,
what I said. I
I'm
said,
sorry,
as long as I
guys.
stay true to me, I don't really care what none of y'all think.
AZ,
Absolutely.
did you look in
Absolutely.
the brand tab to the right? There's a thing where you can click display names that might be
Oh,
unchecked.
thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me
Yeah, but
try
I,
that.
I, I encourage every one of you. All you women are absolutely beautiful. The men that are very respectful, we appreciate that. Sometimes, we try to help folks behind the scenes. I don't have to be on here doing no whole FU video. I simply do not agree. I do not agree with women bashing. I do not agree with calling cultures and races. We got enough BS going on. People are not paying attention to all these laws, these COVID it's being mandatory now. It's going to be hundreds and thousands of folks out of jobs because if they do not take that shot, they're going to be unemployed. That's
Yep.
facts. We have bigger things. Yeah, we laugh and have a good time, but while we're over here pulling each other apart, laws are being passed, and then you're gonna look back 10 years from now, like, what was I thinking? Your kids are gonna suffer because we are overlooking a lot of the things, the distraction. Now, if you're gonna be on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, if you're gonna be a content creator, put the info out there and keep it moving. That's where I am today. And
Yes.
unfortunately, nobody is gonna. And some folks are not gonna like it. I guarantee you, I lose about 15 subscribers tonight, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, well,
I am
at
gonna
least you
speak
stayed
my
true to
piece,
you.
and that's it.
Well, you're not
Yeah,
losing me
that's
because I
fact.
love watching your show.
Yeah, can one
I
I
of my
protest.
moderators
Thank you
I
so
know.
much.
I love you
can one
guys.
of my moderators please drop the Dear Yvette show's link in the comments for me? A couple people are asking for it, and I'm scared to leave my
I
screen because we
appreciate
all know
all of
I'm
Yeah,
you.
Julie
yeah.
And
Virgo
I'm
is on it.
listening. I'm gonna let somebody else talk because all y'all voice matter. You women, I don't care what color you are. You are amazing. We are the most
Woohoo!
strongest, and we're the best. Okay, and don't ever let nobody else think tell you less. Okay, and that's facts.
You
Thank
Even
you.
for
too.
the
You're
men,
amazing.
they have
Yo,
to
Thank
listen.
you.
Thank you so much.
I got my bra
But
taken
I
off. It's
believe.
spinning around my head. I got my bra spinning. Yeah, Yvette, I know. You just
That's
spin some knowledge up here. Thank you.
You know,
Thank
Yvette,
you.
you were one of the first people to support our channel, and you continuously make sure you come in, even if it's
But
just
I
for a
love you
minute,
guys. So
to
I'm gonna
say
drop
hi. We
so
appreciate
I love
that.
you guys, okay?
Yes, thank
All
you.
right. Bye,
Yvette.
Love on
honey.
the way, guys. I'm watching.
Mwah.
Okay.
I
Bye-bye.
cannot wait to take my bra off
Mwah.
now.
Hey,
See, no
I
Rocky
took
problem.
My
mine off.
Garden.
Shit.
Thank you for not making me compete with the dog. The
Oh,
dog was darn cute.
that was cute. Yeah, that was a cute dog, by the way.
Very
Yeah.
cute
That
dog.
was.
How are you?
AZ, you happen to know a little more about me probably than others do. I am doing fantastic
Oh,
because tomorrow I get to
good.
go home. As
You
you can
do?
tell,
Yay.
I do. I'm
Yay!
in my hospital room. This is my last night here, and I
Yes.
don't. I usually am a chat sitter and I pay attention, but I don't usually come on. But I really, really was excited to find out you were doing a live, and I have a couple of things to say, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, I think I'm going to start with feuds. It's hard for the person that asked, about why the interest in KJ. It's hard to step into anything on YouTube and expect to pick right up and know what's being said and know what's going on. What he doesn't know is it's important for YouTube creators to follow what's going on with KJ for litigious reasons, as well as how it's going to affect the entire community. I also hear a lot about people saying, well, this is a community. I believe it's a community. However, YouTube is splintered into different communities of different people. It's a different opinion and opinioned people. And that's perfectly fine. Everybody should have an opinion. Absolutely. But sometimes you need to have some finesse with that opinion. And I think that what we're seeing is some inflammatory words. For example, I'll give you Ren is not my favorite person. We don't know one another. He wouldn't know me from a dirt clod in the front yard. But, when you come at somebody using the words angry black man, You've put race in the conversation, not me. When you say things to me that, oh, you're an angry white woman, which he's never said to me, you're putting race in the conversation. It doesn't give you a pass or an excuse to put race in a conversation based on the fact that you are a quote unquote minority person. Because if that were the case, I'm a woman, I'm a minority. I should be able to do that. But would it be socially appropriate? No. And does it help our community? No.
Right.
So with that being said, it's important we do follow what's going on. It's important that we do as creators, and I'm a dinky winky tinky winky creator. I'll explain me in just one quick second. But I think it's important for other creators to pay attention to what's going on in their industry. And make no mistake, blogging is an industry, a lucrative industry. You have every right to participate in its goings on. And that's just how I feel about it. I think it's important to follow it.
Good.
I also feel like, you know, going back to the idea that people that bring in race into the conversation, it says more about them than it does about us. And we need to stop for just a second and realize, am I really offended by what they said? Or is it based in their ignorance? They're trying to engage me in this conversation, not necessarily to argue, but because it's not a wise conversation to have. It's an unnecessary conversation to have.
Right.
And lastly, the reason I'm on YouTube was to vlog my relapse. Lots of people know me, but most know me under Dr. Kelly Zimmer. I'm a psychologist. And one of the people that I follow and adore is Charlotte. I'm just going to say from my perspective, I can't step in and look at Charlotte's circumstances and tell you the problems she has, because that would be, you know, that would be a misgiving for me to do that, because I don't know the details, but I know that I love Charlotte, and I do know that I made her feel bad. And here's how that happened. Several people, I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk a lot. I'll cap this up real quick.
No, it's okay. Everybody deserves a few minutes. Go for it. You're not too much. I'm telling you the truth. Go for it. Go ahead. Keep going. I am enjoying it.
Thanks, Daisy. I love purple too, girl. Anyway.
Yes.
Charlotte, you know, I watch her faithfully, and then sometimes I get mad at her, but I don't ever say anything, you know. I mean, this is just me and my insecure little person here. And there's someone in the chat that is affected in this too, which is Lori Smith. Lori is also someone that loves Charlotte and has a very good relationship with her. And by all means, they should have whatever kind of friendship and deep and long as they want to. The only thing that I said to Charlotte was that I felt like she should encourage people to pay through PayPal. 2 reasons. PayPal doesn't take 48% that YouTube does. And secondly, it doesn't lead to the grandeur and the backlash that people give her about her donations. So for those who are donating, consider doing the PayPal thing. Because what ended up happening I confronted Charlotte. I told her I didn't feel like this was something that should go anywhere but directly to her so that she knew my feelings. Charlotte, in her infinite kindness and wisdom, apologized all over the place, said she hated herself, that it looked like she was doing this for the money. She arrived at that conclusion, so I presume that would be possibly how other people look at it. And that would make me feel bad too. But it shouldn't take away from the relationship that Charlotte has with other people, if it's monetary or otherwise, or both. So there was a struggle there that Charlotte gets a lot of flack over. And I've talked to her about it. And I mean, you can't please the world. You just can't buy the world Coke. You can't.
Right.
So, you know, that's kind of my 53 cents and
$0.53. You're too funny, man. I am so happy to hear you're going home. I really
Yes,
am,
thank
because you
you.
must be losing your mind in that hospital. That just made my night. Thank you I'm glad that you came on. I really am. And thank you for sharing that. I really
I've been here for
appreciate
3 weeks with a
Wow.
bone marrow transplant, a successful one. So,
Oh, God bless you.
Yay!
thank
God is
you.
good.
That
That's
is
amazing.
all the time good.
All
Thank
the
you so
time.
much for having me, and I'm going to drop down now.
Yes, thank you very much. That was Rock the Mind Garden. If you guys don't know, she does
Yes.
have a
Thank
channel
you.
too. She does have a
She's
channel too.
awesome.
If one of my mods can drop Rock the Mind Garden's channel,
Yeah, I
that
don't
would be
know.
pretty cool. If you could do that.
Yeah,
If
I'm a
not,
sucky
then
mod, so.
yeah. I just want everyone to know later on, when I put this video up, I am gonna link anybody that's come up that has a channel. I don't know why I can't get the names to work. I have toggled the on switch. I'm telling you, I am cursed with lives, and that's just how it is. But I will definitely know everybody that's been up here, and yeah. So
AZ,
we'll see
JJ's
then.
been wanting to speak for a while.
I just
Kind
want
of
to
feel
point out,
bad.
I just want to say real quick, it is my
Okay.
personal channel. All information there is personal. So
Okay, good.
it's not really public. You're more than welcome to check it out.
Should I not have done that?
Oh, no, that's okay. Girl,
okay.
I got 73 subscribers. Y'all come and
okay,
bring your cousins. But
I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
should
show
I
us
have
some
not
love.
said that? Okay,
Yeah,
who was trying
no
to talk?
problem.
I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry. Who was it?
JJ has.
JJ. Okay, all right, JJ, go for it.
Hey, everybody. How's it going today?
What's up, JJ? Okay, I'll drop you.
Well, I know how it's going. Never mind. The reason that I went, I just wanted to say, because I don't, it is absolutely 100% true that I asked Erin to go on stream, or that we could discuss it in private. And the only reason I did that was because she had asked several times what it is about her that people aren't liking. She said that on her stream. Now, I thought, all right, well, maybe that's where the disconnect is. She's not understanding. But no, we just kind of went in circles. I don't know how a connection can't be made. I mean, that would be like KJ coming to me and asking me for screenshots so that she can expose someone, that I don't like and is talking about her. I would say, hell no. You're a piece of shit human, and I'm not working with you on that, or plotting, or strategically looking to put up videos about Charlotte. And I don't understand it. There's value there's value to people in Charlotte's channel. They go in there. There are some people that do not have anybody, and they look for, look forward to Charlotte's chat at 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. for me. I am lucky and blessed that I have plenty of people in my life, but I still go and look forward to getting on at 5 and talking to everybody and talking to Charlotte. There is value in that. And for anybody to make up sad fishing because Charlotte does get a lot of super chats is utterly ridiculous. And it does reek of jealousy. Absolutely reeks of jealousy. And no one, let this be known, has come to Charlotte or any of her mods asking for their super chat money back. I went into that channel or that chat. I'm sorry, that video. I wanted to see what the super chats were saying. None of them were in any way assuming that it was going to the family. For one, I'm not going to speak on what I know when it comes to the family, but Charlotte right now has done nothing wrong. Not now and not later. So and she doesn't come out and really speak for herself. She doesn't want the drama. She doesn't want the mess. She just wants to get on her channel and do her thing, 5 days a week.
Amen. And that's why people are like, oh, why doesn't she respond? Like, she doesn't want to. She just wants to do her thing that she does on the daily. Like, literally, I mean, just because she appeared in Words Have Power chat one night and made one comment doesn't mean she's opening the door for friggin' Dramageddon. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I can't. It's so
Exactly.
stupid.
It's really, I just don't. Would you say, I mean, was I losing my mind in the fact that, well, for one, I didn't read much of the chat last night when I
Never
was
read the chat.
Yeah.
Never.
I didn't
Yes.
If
read
Oh
you're the
God. Don't
underdog in a
you?
stream, if you walk into a stream and you're the underdog and your opinion is not favorable, just do yourself a favor and don't read the chat. I think you did a great job last night. I was highly impressed with you.
Yeah.
I was highly impressed with Selfie Queen Cindy when I listened to her on PJ's stream.
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm just tired of the
you were putting
nonsense.
down your foot, JJ. You were putting down your foot
Yep.
and going, look, you're talking circles around this. This is what it is. Can we just talk and still, you know, let's dance around circles till we get dizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Right.
glad that you were level-headed and just like, look, no, this is not how I am seeing it, because you were a voice of reason for a lot of us who want to be like, no, who just don't take the time to call in and do it probably because, you know, we don't care that much. But that's that. But yeah, so I was like, and like I said, I don't seek these things out, but when people I like that I've never heard speak before and they're like, oh, so and so was on this, and like I listened to Craze Conflict on Little Reds, and nothing against Little Red, I didn't listen to Little Reds because I didn't want to hear real entertainment, do you know what I mean? But I heard Craze Conflict, so I like to listen to people that I see all the time in chats that I never get to hear. So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought you guys did a great job, man. And you guys' opinion matters more than I think a lot of us like to admit. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, oh, this is my channel, I'm gonna do what I want, which is true. Everybody should do what they want. But that doesn't mean, you know, you're obscure from, you're too good to listen to what the people who are subscribing to you do think. And I heard you guys loud and clear, you know, last time I had Real on, I took it all in, you know, and I was like, I can't go on, you know, knowing that this person hurts people. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
once and for all, I don't know. I don't understand how, and the whole, like, I'm not sticking up for this person, I'm just saying, but.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And that's been my issue with this is I had so many more points that I wanted to make yesterday, but if I can't start at the beginning and get someone to see how they're being viewed, nothing else matters. My other
Right.
points were not going to get anywhere. We were just going to go in circles and circles and circles, and
Right.
until I get a dang headache. And that's about what it was last night.
Yep.
I
Here's the thing.
appreciate
We're
it.
all right. We're all right from our own perspective. We are. And that's
Yes.
just how it goes. That's how life goes. Like, you know, you can't make somebody see things the way you see things. Like, you know, you don't like Charlotte, like, whatever. Oh, that's okay. But don't
Right.
pretend like, you know, like you're trying to stop this when you're really not. That's when I take issue with it. That's it. That's all I gotta say, you know?
And I think that was my issue too, because she JJ like was on point with that when she was saying she's not aligned with Ren, but then again behind the scenes you're sending him screenshots of stuff. I have people in this community that I consider my friends, and I would defend them, look out for them. If I saw someone saying something nasty about them, I would inform them behind the scenes. I would only do that for a friend. Now, someone that I know lashes out. You know, I'm not defending Ren, but when he's backed into a corner, he's gonna lash out, and that's his defense. So someone that I know is that way. If I'm truly trying to stop all the nonsense, I'm not going to give him more ammo to continue the gunfight. I'm gonna hide the ammo from everybody. So I think that's what was frustrating to me. And I saw some people in chat actually saying, okay, but why would you send him screenshots? If you're trying to diffuse it, if that stream where you called Charlotte on was really to let's everything die down, then why are you still flaming the fire? And I think that's a valid point that was made, and the answer was never given. And like, she has the right not to give us an answer, but then again, let's not pretend that we're trying to do something we're not. If we don't want it to end, if we don't care if Charlotte gets stomped on every day, every night, then fine. That's fine if that's your point of view. But be honest about it, own it, or don't say anything about it. But don't come with another point of view that is proven to not really be the case. And I feel bad, again, speaking about her, because I don't like to speak about somebody who's not here to defend themselves. But I saw that yesterday, and I felt so bad for JJ. And I wanted to comment in chat, but I saw the way chat was, and I didn't want to frustrate myself or give myself more anxiety than I already felt. But I wanted to tell JJ, let's bounce. Like, let's go.
Right.
It's not working. Sorry.
May I be able to say something? Hey, T-Spiracy, it's Tiny Dancer.
Hi, Tiny Dancer.
What up? I'm not here to cause shit or anything like that, obviously. I'm just here to like try and understand other people's point of views and understand where other people are coming. So like, I guess I have a question of like, when is too far too far? When is it that we're all just going to be like, let's not deal with this shit anymore? Like, is it really worth it? You know what I mean? Also stating that you don't want to talk about people that are in the chat. We already are doing that, really, if you look at it. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like a fair argument in that standpoint. But I really want to, like, sort of get an understanding of what exactly was it? What point was it that really tipped you all off? That was like, I can't support this person. I don't want to be around this person. I don't want to deal with them. I'm going to talk against them. I guess that's just like where I sort of want to get.
You don't think that Ren's problematic?
Who?
You don't think that Ren's problematic?
I don't know who Ren is, so I can't comment on them directly. I am friends with like Dottie and them. So I'm just coming from like an open point and just sort of understanding
who
where
are you
the
asking?
guidelines are.
Who exactly are you asking me about? Like, like which person?
But I'm asking in general because people want to say that we don't want to talk about people that aren't in the chat that can't be able to back themselves
let me make something clear. I'll talk about people who aren't in the chat all day. I don't care about that.
Okay, so I said that. I said that. I said that. I was just trying to be
only person I don't want here is Real Entertainment News. That's the only person that I don't want here is Real
Coming
Entertainment
from a viewpoint where it's like, yeah, I get that you don't want to talk about someone if they're not in the chat, but also like that's what's happening. You know what I mean?
But I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. I was talking about my point of view. I kept it to my point of view and things that I've seen. I wasn't calling anybody out by name.
Of course.
The only thing I said about Dottie was I did not agree with the parody that was made of her on Twitter. And I waited till I saw her in chat to say it.
Yeah.
And the only time that I've ever spoken out on panel was the other night. And it was after I had seen Erin's stream and I was upset about it. I haven't been talking up against people. That's not my thing.
And I don't think I will straight up say that. I'm not thinking any of you are necessarily doing that. I'm just coming in with like a blank slate.
Right.
Trying to understand.
So I'm just I just wanted you to understand that I hadn't spoken about Erin tonight because I spoke about her the other night. I made my point very clear, and there's no reason for me to reiterate or beat a dead horse. If I've already made my point, she's heard it because she did reach out to me. So that's it. The only reason I brought that up was because the stream with JJ, and I was talking about the chat more or less, and the point where I was just a little baffled that if you want this to stop, why would you send the screenshots to Ren? That was it. And I'm not going to speak on her anymore because, like I said, I spoke about her, and I'm not a dog piler. I've made my point with that. And I'm going to get off stream. I just want, because I want to let someone else talk, but I always want to end on a positive note. I genuinely want it to stop, but I also feel that no one should be silenced. If someone is hurt or upset by something someone else has said, especially when we're all painted with the same brush, we're all called rabid animals. I'm not a rabid animal, and I take offense to that. I am passionate, yes, and I can be outspoken when I care about something, but that's so disrespectful to call us rabid animals or stands.
Whoever
We're not
said
stands.
that is fucking weird. Why would you call them that anyways, first of
Right.
all?
So I want to say I respect everyone here. I respect everyone that isn't here. I want it to end, but you have to start with truth. You cannot start by sugarcoating stuff or beating around the bush or, you know, trying to be politically correct. Say your truth, put it out there, and lay it to rest. So I love you all. I'll be in chat, and I'm going to let somebody else share.
All right.
So
Thank you, Cindy.
I
Thank
want to
you.
ask
Welcome.
a question
Love you.
because someone else said this in the chat, and I think this is really important because, like, it's really sad to see how much this community has been pulled apart in different areas. And I'm not saying it's on one specific person or one specific group. It's a collective thing that has happened. But what can make this community be able to at least be at peace? What can they do? What can everyone do to make things at least be civil, if that
I
makes
think
sense?
it all just needs
That's
to
a great
just stop. Like the underhandedness, the comments, like
But
picking
that's the thing.
apart the little tiny things just to make
I
something,
think
just to
that's the
have
thing,
something
though,
to
is
pick apart.
everyone's choosing those. Everyone's picking at the small things. That's what I feel like.
Some of
Everyone's
the small things that people are picking apart are just like stupid, like pulling
Yeah,
transcripts.
for
Like
sure.
if I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about Dottie because I don't go to her channel. I never have watched, like, I think I've watched a piece of one of her videos. Like I don't go to her channel and pull up transcripts and type in my name and
Yeah.
see. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're just asking for trouble at that point. Like it's just,
For
I don't
sure.
get
And
that.
Dottie is not one to like take her live streams. She puts her live streams based off of what she makes them. So like we have game nights, stuff like that. So that's why I'm like a little bit confused on my own end side of things, I guess.
Well, Tiny Dancer, you used to, excuse me, I know you just from like other streams and like you used to like from KJ, right?
Yeah, I did.
So,
yeah.
Like, I guess with the whole Ren thing, and I think that was a big part of why this is all happening tonight, like a big part of it, and why people find him problematic now. Like back in the day, like when all the anti-KJ things happened, like if somebody were to come into a stream when people were talking about like the really bad things she did, and they were saying, well, I don't understand like why you guys have a problem with Katie. So that's a lot to unload, right? Like you'd have to say,
For
well,
sure. Yeah,
okay,
that's
so,
a
like,
good way to put that, for
so
sure.
like he is very aggressive in his approach, we can say. He calls everybody middle-aged white women. He has to say that
Ages and bitches.
if you disagree with him even slightly, you're automatically racist. It has to be thrown to that degree. Everything is just very, very, very like 0 to 100. It's very and there's a lot of not just that, inserting himself into things
they
to
don't need
cause
to be
trouble.
in.
Like he inserted himself in to cause trouble between other people to get views for his channel. He didn't, like I said this earlier, I don't know if you were listening earlier, I don't think he cared about Katie or this community or anything. This could have been any community he stumbled across. And he's probably done this in other communities. He's probably done this in other places where he came in like a tornado.
That's the same thing Katie does, though. If you look at it, Katie has done the exact same thing.
And Katie is wrong.
And
we were
and that is the exact problematic behavior that all of us have called out. So
so that's why I said is that people that are calling out Katie and not calling out Ren for the same behavior, people who are defending Ren currently that we're having we're upset about tonight need to come at Ren with the same ways that they came at Katie with their anti-KJ videos.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not like huge. I don't know a lot about Ren. I'm just here because I've heard like with Aaron and with Dottie, and like I am friends with them, but I'm always willing and wanting to listen and learn and get other people's perspectives in order to gain my own opinion, obviously. But I do know a bit about Ren. But
you should listen to
apparently I don't know a lot.
Here's an example. He was on Josh's stream last night, was it? Was it last night?
Oh my God, Josh!
Yeah,
Josh, thank you. Thank you,
And
Josh. Thank you,
so-
Josh.
And he was spoken to very respectfully.
Josh
And
fixed the names.
The question was, the question was, okay, you don't have to like the person, but you have to admit that that was inappropriate of you to say these things, referring to a certain person being too ugly to be SA'd. And Ren said, well, I hate her so much, I'm never going to say I'm sorry. And the comment was, you don't have to like her, but can you just own that that particular statement is wrong?
But if he's not sorry, why would you want a fake apology?
But,
you know?
but Aaron said last night, has he done anything that continues to show that he is problematic? She said it. I watched it. I'm sorry. That to me,
Yes, she did.
When he doubled down on it. He doubled down. He specifically said, I don't believe that she was raped at all. He specifically said that. And that was last night. That was last night. Whether you like the person or not, it is not for you to say whether or not that did occur. And that is my issue. He doubled down. So if she wants, she can watch it. It was on last night. I think it was around the 1 hour mark. But I'm sorry, that is problematic. And the person he was speaking to was actually being very, very respectful. I mean, if you watch Josh's stream, I was impressed with how she handled herself.
And so another thing that was said was, we need to just quit going over there and reacting and stay off his channel. And let me tell you, the only time I've ever interacted with him was after his first apology, when he did the next video that was way out there. I asked him in a live stream, what is your end game with this? And that was months ago. Kim does not go to his channel. So neither one of us antagonized him or could have possibly said anything to make him feel like we were coming after him.
But that's one thing that I want to also point out is that you might say that one thing you're saying is not to be coming at him, but someone else can take that from a completely different perspective and see it as coming at them in a way that they're.
I mean, in that we've never talked about him before until that night on the stream when he started yelling at me.
Still, that can still affect someone. That can still make someone.
No, like, I mean, like, we have never discussed him on our channel, and last night they said that we did an expose video on him. We had never discussed him on our channel. When I say we didn't talk about him, I mean, like, I didn't watch him. I forgot he even existed because that was back when I was on BX's channel. Like, it wasn't a subject of like ignoring him. That was just
really forget about him
nothing.
if you're actually talking about him right now? I mean,
I'm talking about him now that he put my photo up in public and said that I was a racist.
That's true. Yeah.
That's when I started talking about him.
We had nothing to do with him at all, by the way.
It's like Josh's stream. He's never been in Josh's stream. And last night we're supposed to not engage. So why would he specifically go into a channel that he knows doesn't like him? It can't go one way. It has to go both ways. And he is literally seeking out every single creator, going in, raising havoc. And yeah, sure, everybody can like block, but these are people that have never had him before. Why should they have to preemptively block?
Well, didn't like Aaron say that after Tina had a talk with him that his homophobic views were seen as problematic because like
his homophobic, but the whole SA stuff happened after that. That all happened because of and I don't know that you watch Charlotte streams at all.
I don't as much anymore, but I'm so busy with 3 jobs.
Okay, so what this all stemmed from, and it was one of the Pauls, I don't know, Logan.
Oh, like Logan
whatever.
Paul or Jake Paul?
It was one of them. And there was a TikToker who accused them, whichever one of SA.
I think that was Jake Paul. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just know it happened. And that is where this all stemmed from, is that she said that she went over, she was in his room, and it happened and she didn't anticipate it. She said, no, whatever. Okay, that's between them. Well, Ren comes in and he starts saying, well, if some woman was in my room, I would expect, she better not be in there. She don't expect it.
Yeah.
So that's where this all stemmed from.
And then he also said that you would fight back if you didn't want it, right?
Oh my God. I want to punch him in the face.
I mean, and that's the thing. He was not being talked about in that stream at all. And he came in like a wrecking ball. And that was after everything had gone down between Charlotte and him. And she had given him
Came
the
in
grace.
like a wrecking ball. Sorry.
She gave him the grace of unblocking him. And he came in and did that. And to me, that's disgusting. You are literally going into her house and insulting a group of women. You're
pissing on the carpet. He's totally walking in like a little puppy, just pissing on the carpet. He's pissing on the carpet. Like I said, I'm gonna let Words Have Power talk in a second because I know she's been here for a while and I haven't heard her say anything. But like I said, I feel like I adopted a puppy that nobody else wanted. I tried to teach the puppy we don't bite ankles, we don't shit on the carpet. I woke up one day, there was piss everywhere, and now I just don't want the puppy no more. I'm taking it back to the pound.
It's this way, okay? I have dealt with family members that had addictions. It's this way. You cannot change someone that does not want to change. You cannot force someone to be in recovery that cannot want to be in recovery.
Yeah, he's content. He's content.
Do what he is. Do, you know?
Yeah, he's content. He gets a kick out of it. It's become a game I'm not willing to play anymore. Words Have Power. What do you think of this game?
Hi.
Hi.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So there's a lot. Okay, so with Ren, that live stream in Charlotte's channel, he was so malicious with what he was saying that people were leaving the stream saying they were in tears, they were triggered, they were survivors, and they couldn't handle it, and they were hurt. And it wasn't just her stream, there was other streams. Like, he came to my stream months ago. I didn't even know who he was, but he came in like a troll. So I blocked him and didn't even know. Like, I had no idea who he was, right? So this is what he's doing. He goes to different people's chats and he starts all kinds of problems and trouble and hurts people. And now we know, like, at the time I thought it was purposeful because directly after that, he's like, I'm going to go do a live stream, whatever. He did a live stream and called everyone into his chat who was upset so he could get views. And now he has created a video where he admits it was all purposeful. It's all a YouTube game. And he's, trying to profit from hurting people, in effect. The only reason I got angry with him was because I had already tried many times to speak with him calmly. You see how I'm talking now, right? That's how I tried to talk with him in chat. And he basically told me, well, he did. He told me that my R's, I lied about them. I made them up against someone and lied against someone. And he said that to many people in that stream that night. And he continues to do this. Anytime the attention is off him for a while, he'll come back to doing this so that he can get more views and whatnot, get more attention.
Right. And he's admitted that. Yeah.
Right. Well, the problem is he apologizes and then he comes back and does the exact same behavior.
You're not sorry.
And you can only apologize. I said this in chat. Everybody here pretty much knows the whole story about iJessie. Okay. Mm-hmm. If iJessie were to come back tomorrow, would we extend the exact same grace that we are supposed to?
Hell no, I hope not. I hope not.
And that's the thing. Just because of a certain subject that doesn't make this person immune, and you can't keep insulting people, you can't keep hurting people and expect forgiveness after forgiveness after forgiveness. At a certain point, it's done.
Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, and that's how the saying goes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he has showed a pattern. You can't deny patterns. You just can't. I mean, I can give you a chance and say, hey, this is the last time I'm going to let you go through with this pattern, and then, you go through with the pattern, and I'm all set,
His apologies mean about as much as my diets during COVID.
The best apology. The best apology is changed behavior. You have no apology without changed behavior. It doesn't exist.
And then whenever he started coming after me was because all I did was try to explain to him the reason people didn't like it when he said, I'm sorry if you feel. Mm-hmm. And I tried to explain to him why people don't like those kind of apologies. I didn't tell him he couldn't say it. I just tried to explain to him why they were getting mad about it.
Right.
Right.
I just want to ask one question before I leave because I have to go make my dinner. So my question is, why doesn't everyone just fucking ignore each other?
Right. I agree.
How about we just don't do that? If we ignore each other, we don't have to deal with it.
That's why I was so upset when I saw Little Red's panel. The same people that are telling me, like, hey, you shouldn't even be talking to this guy are the same people that, like, were up there, and some of them are on this panel tonight. And I'm just like, why now, guys? Why now? Of all times, we put him up on my platform. We said, hey, we don't do this here. This is not acceptable, right? And then he went and he did it. And then it was like, let's give Red a fucking 4-hour stream of just attention. Like, I could not wrap my head around that. I was like highly disappointed. I'd be lying if I said otherwise, but it is what it is, you know? People were mad at me when I let him up here, so, you know, we all do things we, you know, we want to do.
One thing I was trying to do is I was trying to maybe get through to him. And if you watch the end of Little Red's stream, me and my husband sat down with him and talked with him and tried to explain to him from a woman's perspective why his words are so hateful and hurtful and just malicious to us, right? And I thought we had a good conversation. I didn't hold my breath. I understood he has a pattern, right? And then he came back with more of the same. Like, I tried. Right. I bent over backwards trying. And I do owe you an apology for yelling on your panel. I do apologize. That was wrong.
That's okay. I understand why people yelled on my panel, like Jackie and you. Like, I get it. Here's the thing. I want to make this clear. I did not consider everybody before I brought him up. I didn't know the depths of the pain that he had caused in the community, per se. I didn't listen exactly and read exactly what went on in Charlotte's chat. I just knew that, you know, he seemed like a, you know, a funny dude to me, and I just didn't want to see him and AT2 fight anymore. And, like, I knew he had some problematic behavior. I didn't know the extent of it, but now that I've taken a step back and I'm able to see that, like, I get it. I don't hold that against you. I don't hold it against Jackie. Thank you for your apology. I really don't need it. I feel bad for not considering. I feel bad for not considering all the people that he got that wound up. That's why I hung up that night. I ended the stream. I'm like, that's it. That's enough. You know, because so many people were triggered. I mean, you guys were yelling, yeah, but the people in chat were too. I mean, it was intense. I was like, yo, I didn't want this. I didn't want all the smoke, you know? I didn't want that.
I mean, even on that stream, I was hoping to maybe get through to him. Even there, like, it's not like me to yell like that for no reason.
I looked at you like you're a victim advocate. Like, I felt like I expected a little bit more from you as far as, like, talking to him. Like, I looked at you like a savior. I'm like, this woman can teach him. Do you know what I mean? And it all went south. Like, everybody was yelling, and I was just like, I can't do this. But I get it now. In retrospect, I'm not too big to sit here and double down. I'm gonna tell you, I understand now. I do. I definitely do.
On the one hand, I should have handled it better, but on the other hand, I am a survivor, and he did attack me as a survivor.
Right. Yeah, and that's what people forget, guys. You're right, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that was one of my key points that I actually have written down right here. Right? We can't say, oh, hey, block him, or oh, you should act this way. Like, when people get triggered by somebody, you guys, their brain, who's opening chips or something? Who's got the chips? Are they salt and vinegar? All I need to know is if they're salt and vinegar, and if they are, send them my way.
Sorry, it's cat treats. I'm sorry, I'll put it on mute.
Put your cat treats away.
You don't share.
Is it catnip? I'm just giving you crap. You know that, right? All right. So where was I going? I got distracted by salt and vinegar chips. What was I saying?
People who are triggered are going to have a response.
Oh, yeah. And you know this, words have power. Their brains are wired differently. It doesn't allow them to go, oh, you know, I'm just going to block this guy, or, oh, I'm just,
Can I explain something?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I explain something real quick? Trauma actually does cause a certain amount of brain damage, and it does actually make it harder for you to interact with people who are attacking you that way. It does.
Right.
I'm a victim's advocate. That's what I did for work, and I couldn't even handle his behavior. If that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what to say. I tried so many times, and it wasn't just 2 or 3 streams. It was in multiple chats and streams. It was, he would come to my chat and act all nice, but then if you watch the one stream, in the same chat, he's being really rude, then apologizing, then being really rude again, then apologizing. Then,
he's just trolling.
Just,
He's trolling the shit out of all of us. And let me tell you why. Yeah. When I speak to him off of this platform, right? And when I would talk to him in Instagram or whatever, he was like a different person. He was more intelligent. He was put together. But when he's on this platform, he dumbs it down and plays dumb. And he's literally playing all of us like a fiddle. He has everybody by strings and he's making us dance. Okay, stop letting Real Entertainment News make you dance. You want to dance for Real Entertainment News? I don't. You can throw no bands at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that.
I mean, now that I know it's a game, he has no effect now. I feel nothing now because the only thing I feel is disgust. I feel disgust that he would purposefully hurt people, and being as he has said that, everyone should just turn their backs on him.
Right.
And
just anybody that sets out to purposely hurt people is not somebody that I want in my circle. I just don't. I don't. And I'm content with it, man. And like I said, I don't wish bad on this dude. I hope that he gets it together. I hope someday he has an awakening, but he's 45. I don't know if that's going to happen, but never say never. But yeah. But I have to jump off here soon. Does anyone have anything else that they really want to get a point across with before we go?
Well, Josh hasn't had much of a say.
Oh yeah,
maybe Josh. He's a survivor as well, and he
is. Yep.
Josh.
I think Josh fell asleep.
No, I'm still here. Sorry. No.
I know it's gotta be 3 a.m. where you are or something crazy.
It is. It's 3:15. No,
I knew it. Yep.
I want to apologize to everybody that watched that stream last night. I wanted, this is going to sound wrong, but I wanted to hear what he had to say, if that makes sense. I wanted him to try and explain the reasons why he says the things that he says. And all I got back was, respect should be taken both ways. And I'm like, nope, that doesn't work for me. So, and plus to the people that turn around and say that block him and ignore him, I only figured out how to block people on YouTube this morning. So I don't know how. I do now, but I didn't then. So yeah. And sorry, I'm trying to, this is the issue with me. I'm trying to chat at the same time. I tried.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do both.
Yeah, it is. I did try, and that's it. I wanted to, because the thing for me is he speaks differently than the way he speaks differently to women than the way he does to men. So I was like, and he proved it in that stream, because when he came onto my channel, he was calm, collected, and
right.
And the
he has the capabilities. He has the capabilities to do better, right? But when he does better, he doesn't get the clicks and he doesn't get the views. I mean, it's so obvious to me now. Like, I almost want to smack myself in the head and be like, how did you not see this before? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's even said, I get 900 times more, attention when I talk about drama. He said that out in the open, you know what I mean? So, and like I said, he's not stupid. He's not stupid. He's not as stupid as he plays sometimes. Like this whole, oh, I don't get it, please explain it to me. Like, come on, dude. Just come on, So
we explained it again in my stream. I had fabulous people that came up onto my panel and explain it again. And I'm like, okay, so we're just we're just going around in circles here. And I'm like, I can't do it.
A lot of what I'm seeing with him, and part of the reason I'm even still talking about it, and especially on your channel, AZ, is these are classic abuse tactics. You got circular speaking or circular talking, right? You've got manipulation, deflection, projection, coercive control, gaslighting, all of it. It's all right there for you to see. So if you have that going on in your personal life, that is abuse. If somebody is doing that, that is the part of their real self. They may be portraying a character or something, but it is within them. Believe them. You don't have to put up with being treated like that. And, it's not acceptable and somebody said that, oh, it's comedy, it's just a character, don't take it so seriously, yada, yada. It's easy to say if you're not a survivor.
Right.
And it isn't funny. Our culture and misogyny and sexism is not funny. And calling into question someone's ancestry and all these other things that he does, show your papers and suck it slow and all these horrible things he says is just
buttermilk.
Yeah. It's repeatedly.
Right. It's repeated, right.
And it shows a pattern of behavior that is abusive, and it is within him. That is him coming out. So anyone who thinks, oh, he's really a nice guy, well, but is he? If you could say this to people, is he really? Is what I'm saying. So
right. Anyone that sets out to hurt people can't really be that nice deep down inside, and it's such a waste because, if he didn't feel the need to take this route, or if this wasn't part of his character, I feel like he could do good. I mean, I liked his food reviews, but he feels like he can't do that for whatever reason. He feels like he needs to get the attention, and he needs to upset people and set up. I would not want a YouTube channel where I set out to upset everybody in the room. You know what I mean? Upsetting KJ is one thing, but upsetting everybody in the room, I mean, what kind of aim is that? What kind of goal is that? It's just not cool. It's not. But
somebody made a point that he was trying to be like not Jodi Arias. Who's that troll woman content creator? Yes, they were saying that he was trying to be like her, and I'm like, man, is that really
what's her name?
Critical K.
They were saying
Critical K. Oh my God! Please no, God. God.
Hey, when we get a second, Kim was wondering if she could say something real quick.
Yeah, Kim. I'm so sorry, Kim. Go ahead. Go for it, girl. After Kim, we're probably gonna get going. So go for it, Kim. You have the floor.
Don't be sorry. Everyone, there's a lot of victims in this situation, and I think that there's a lot of people with opinions that really want to get them out. So, and I want everyone to be able to do that. I wanted to go back just a second to what Words Have Power said a few minutes ago about the way that victims respond to things, and that it's different. We never know what we're going to do in someone else's shoes and in someone else's situation. And, backstory, if you don't know, Stacy and I and Jackie, who's not here tonight, have a channel together, and Ren went after Jackie. So here's my point. I am also a victim of child SA. I don't talk about it all that often, but I have said it on streams before. I compartmentalize things. So from the start of all of the drama, what I have said to everyone is stay where you are, ignore what everyone else is doing, worry about your damn self. And if people come after you, don't engage, because then they're just going to come back at you, and it's just a cat and mouse game. It's a back and forth, and no one wants that. That is how I respond to things. Me, Kim, no one else. And there's someone else. There's two other people on my channel that's their channel also, and they respond to things differently as well. So what they do is going to be part of their experience and what happened to them. The way that they cope, the way that I cope is different. So we can't judge each other for those things. And there is no one size fits all approach to how we're going to handle what's currently happening in this community. So if you feel like you need to go and lash out at someone because that's what your brain is doing, then that's you. That's not who I am. I walk away from you. I ignore you forever. I don't care about you. I don't lose a wink of sleep over you. I'm done with you. You're a compartment in my brain that I never go back to if you've traumatized me. So I think that what everyone needs to understand is that there's 258 people in chat. All 258 people deal with things differently. So stop going at each other for the way that you or someone else is dealing with someone or their opinion. Stop going at each other for the way that you feel about Ren. The way I feel about Ren is completely different. I think he's a piece of shit. And I'm going to say that right now because of the things that he has said about me when I never addressed him ever, never even thought about him. And like Stacy said earlier, we never went to his channel and had forgotten that he even existed. So, you know, this is where everybody needs to just say to yourself, like, think before you speak, right? And listen before you speak. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And just listen to each other. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. And then if you do say something that you regret later, then own it, right? But let's just stop the infighting and stop the caring about whether or not this person is going to handle it this way or that person's going to handle it that way, because we cannot bother ourselves with that. We cannot. And no one can speak for me, and I can't speak for any of you, and I'm not ever going to try. So if someone else says something on this panel, don't assume that it's my opinion. It's not.
Right. I usually don't care either, Kim, but when I see Charlotte getting bullied and when I see Julie being made to look like she's the only bulldog around here, and you know, when I see Jackie getting talked to like that, it's like, all right, you know, normally I don't care. I'm all down for people having their own opinions, but when you start to like hurt people and, you know, do these nasty things to them, that's when I take an issue to it, you know. And you're right, not everybody is going to agree, and I wish that, you know, more people saw that, and that's fine. No one has to agree, but you don't have to attack people's characters and, you know, all that stuff. T-Spiracy, you got a hot date tonight. Excuse me? Kimberly? Where is he? Tell him I am waiting, please.
As soon as they did that about Jackie and stuff, like, I'm the kind of person that I've never experienced something like that, so you can't hurt me by saying those things to me.
Right.
And I'm not going to sit down and not say anything while you hurt the people that I care about.
Right.
The problem,
what
the
he said
problem
about Jackie makes me sick. It makes me physically sick. It does.
It's disgusting.
The problem is that everybody forgets that there are real people behind these names. And if you saw these people on the street, would you treat them the way that you are now? And that's, everybody in here should think the same way. We are all humans. We are all people. Please just treat each other with respect. And I mean that towards Ren as well. You know, we are all humans. And, you know, there are people that have done some terrible things to themselves behind what is happening right now. And that is
some
something
reptilians
that we need to think about.
We're the humans and they're the reptilians, right, Jennifer?
Exactly.
Of course, that's a good way to put it. But man, what a great stream. I really appreciate all of your perspectives. I know that not every time we see eye to eye, and you're all still here. We're all still figuring it out and talking, and that's what it's all about, man. Everybody's being, you know, it's respectful. We're respectfully hashing it out, you know, and that's what I appreciate, you know. So I do have to hop off here. I would like to talk about this again sometime soon. Not this particular subject, but you know, so I would like to get up on panel with you guys again soon, is what I'm trying to say here. But and remember one thing, guys. Remember one thing. If you're gonna be an owner, be a proud nasty owner, not a sneak nasty owner. Cause sneak nasty owners are shady palm trees. Later.
Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye. Bye everybody.